Hello everyone, welcome back to Speak English Fluently, the place to perfect your IELTS skills. Today, we're focusing on a Band 9 speaking test about sports and hobbies. I'll be playing the student and Emily will be the examiner. Stick with us to the end and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more tips and practice. Let's dive into it.
Good afternoon, John. I'll be conducting your IELTS speaking test today. Can I please see your ID?
Good afternoon, Emily. Sure, here's my ID.
Thank you. Let's get started with part 1 of the speaking test. I'm going to ask you some general questions about yourself. First, what do you like to do in your spare time?
In my spare time, I enjoy a mix of activities. I'm quite into cycling, which I find both relaxing and challenging. I also spend time reading, especially fiction, because it allows me to escape into different worlds. When I have time on the weekends, I like to play football with friends too.
That's great. You mentioned cycling. How often do you go cycling, and what do you enjoy about it?
I try to go cycling at least 3 times a week, usually in the evenings after work. What I love about it is that it allows me to clear my head and get some exercise at the same time. It's a great way to stay fit, while also exploring new routes around the city or countryside.
Do you think physical hobbies like cycling or football are important for people's health?
Definitely. Physical hobbies are essential for staying healthy, both mentally and physically. Exercise releases endorphins, which can reduce stress and improve mood. I also believe that engaging in activities like cycling or football helps people build stamina and keep their bodies in shape. Plus, there's a social aspect to team sports that's great for emotional well-being.
Now we're moving on to part 2 of the speaking test. I'm going to give you a topic, and I'd like you to talk about it for 1 or 2 minutes. You'll have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say. However, I won't actually wait for a minute here. Just imagine we've paused and you've had time to prepare. Here's your topic. Describe a sport that you enjoy watching or playing. You should say what the sport is, how you first became interested in it, what equipment or skills are needed to play it, and explain why you enjoy watching or playing it. All right, John, you can begin.
The sport I enjoy the most is football. I've been playing it since I was a child, and I also love watching professional matches whenever I can. I first became interested in football when my father took me to watch a local match when I was about 7 years old. The energy in the stadium, the skill of the players, and the excitement of the game really drew me in. To play football, all you really need is a ball and a large open space. But on a more professional level, you also need proper gear like football boots, shin guards, and a jersey. In terms of skills, agility, endurance, and teamwork are key. It's important to understand how to work with your teammates and maintain good physical fitness. What I love about football is the combination of strategy and athleticism. It's not just about running around, it's about thinking ahead, passing at the right moment, and outsmarting the opponent. Plus, watching or playing football brings people together. There's a sense of camaraderie and excitement that's hard to find in other sports.
Thank you, John. Now, let's move on to part 3 of the speaking test. Let's talk more about sports. Why do you think sports are important for society?
I think sports are incredibly important for society because they promote not only physical health but also social cohesion. Sports bring people together, whether it's through playing or watching, and they foster a sense of community and shared goals. They teach valuable life lessons like teamwork, discipline, and perseverance. In a broader sense, sports can bridge cultural differences and bring people from different backgrounds together.
That's true. How do you think sports can influence children's development?
Sports play a significant role in children's development. They help kids learn about discipline, time management, and how to handle competition, which are useful life skills. Sports also promote physical activity, which is crucial during their growing years. Furthermore, being part of a team teaches them about cooperation and social interaction, which can improve their communication skills and self-confidence. I believe it also helps kids learn how to deal with both winning and losing, which is an important lesson in life.
Do you think the popularity of sports has increased or decreased in recent years?
I would say the popularity of sports has generally increased, especially with the rise of media coverage and online platforms. Today, people have more access to live matches, sports news, and even personal stories of athletes through social media. This has brought sports closer to people's everyday lives. However, I do think that some traditional sports may be seeing a decline as new forms of entertainment, like esports, are gaining a lot of popularity, especially among younger generations.
That's a good point. Lastly, do you think governments should invest more in promoting sports? And why?
Yes, I definitely think governments should invest more in promoting sports. Physical activity has a direct impact on public health, and investing in sports infrastructure, like building public parks and sports facilities, encourages people to stay active. This can reduce healthcare costs in the long run. Moreover, sports can provide opportunities for young talent to develop their skills and potentially pursue professional careers, which can bring international recognition and pride to a country. Plus, sports programs often help underprivileged communities by providing them with structured, positive activities.
Thank you, John. That's the end of the speaking test. You've done very well today.
Thank you, Emily, and thank you all for watching this mock IELTS speaking test focused on sports and hobbies. I hope this gave you a better idea of how to handle similar questions in your own exam. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Speak English Fluently for more IELTS practice and tips. Best of luck with your preparation, and see you in the next video.